The Netherlands is one of the most densely populated countries in Europe. The Netherlands' small size actually makes it the most crowded country in Europe, thanks to the current population being at more than 17 million as of July 2019. The density is 508 people per square kilometre. In comparison, the United Kingdom has a population density of only 277 people per square kilometre. Over 45% of the total population of the Netherlands live in the Randstad, which makes up the cities of Amsterdam, The Hague, Rotterdam and Utrecht. The Netherlands has one of the highest English proficiencies. The non-native English speakers of the Netherlands had the highest proficiency in the world in 2016 and 2017. Rest assured that English-speaking visitors will easily be able to find someone who understands them and are eager to help. The city of Houten is one of the safest in the country. Houten is located in the province of Utrecht, which is in the center of the country. Like many other cities in the Netherlands, Houten has its residents use bicycles as their main source of transportation. The city planners created pathways exclusively for bikers and pedestrians, causing cars to only travel along the outskirts. This type of planning makes it safer for all forms of travel. The Dutch are voracious readers, early adapters of the printing press. At one time, the Netherlands was known as the book trading capital of the world. Learned young, when you're old it's done, jong geleerd is oud gedaan, is a common saying amongst the Dutch, and a reason why the Dutch don't shy away from discussing and educating on sensitive topics, even from a very young age. The Dutch uphold tolerance. Why have the Dutch become known as a nation of tolerance? Historically, the Dutch had to work together to keep what land they had above ground. This caused neighbours who may typically disagree to put aside their differences to complete the task at hand. The Poer Model, as it's known in Dutch, became another national philosophy. Each person's viewpoint is considered and discussed in business. The starting point is typically what the parties agree on instead of what they disagree upon. The Dutch invented the first stock market in the world. Now here's a rather surprising fact about the Netherlands. Amazingly, the first stock market in the world was invented by Dutch legislators and businessmen back in 1602. This was done as a means of funding the Dutch East India Company and its long trade-based voyages from the Netherlands. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange was also created in the same year, and many consider this to be the oldest modern exchange in the world. The Dutch were also the first to develop fair trade certification, launching the Max Havelaar certificate in the 1980s. The Dutch invented gin. This fun fact about the Netherlands dates back to the 16th century, when the Dutch invented gin, Geneva, and introduced it to the British. It became popular in Great Britain after William of Orange, King William III, held the English, Irish, and Scottish thrones. Ever wondered where the term Dutch courage comes from? It's said to originate from when the Brits and Dutch drank gin during the 30 Years' War from 1618 to 1648. The Netherlands has the biggest pub in Europe. This fun fact about the Netherlands may entice beer lovers to visit. They have the largest pub in all of Europe. The 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗧𝗘𝗗, Three Sisters, pub in Groningen, holds the title for the biggest pub on the continent and is a national heritage site. The Netherlands is the world's second biggest beer exporter. Flowers aren't the only fun thing to come out of the Netherlands. There's beer too. The Netherlands is famous for many Dutch brews, which include many well-known brands such as Heineken, Grolsch, and Amstel. It makes sense then that the country is the second biggest beer exporter in the world, after Mexico. Dutch brewers exported 2.1 billion worth of beer in 2019, with almost 40% going to US markets. The number of beer breweries in the country has also grown exponentially in recent years, from roughly 180 in 2012 to nearly 700 in 2018.